Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
I think I thought I was ready and now I don't. Oh my God. It's okay. It's just you guys. One second here. Hi, Kathy. Bethany. Hang on here. Had everything ready to go and it did not work out how I planned. Okay. All right. So thank you for coming to my virtual open house. This is 730 South Maple in Ann Arbor, 48103. Let's talk about the location. It's located on South Maple, just south of West Liberty Street. The bus stop is just steps from the front door, and it's a quick 7-minute bus ride downtown. Right now we're looking at a video of the house. After the video plays through and we talk a little bit, I'll take you on a 3D virtual tour. So there are lots of area options. The house is very walkable. You're close to several grocery stores. You have Arbor Farms, Plum Market, Kroger, and Aldi's. You're just steps to a bus stop and you can walk many places, including 2 gyms, Maple Village Plaza, Ace Hardware, CVS is nearby, plenty of dining options, Zingerman's, Night Steakhouse, Chela's, and Pilar's Tamales, and many other smaller restaurants. Just around the corner is South Maple Park, where you can enjoy free tennis courts. South Maple Park is almost 8 acres. There's tennis courts, play areas, neighborhood softball fields, places to walk your dogs, walking trails, and so on. So right now we're looking at the outside view of the house. You can see that there's a balcony area on the top, a detached garage. Roof is new in 2014. Who do I have? Just you guys still? All right. See, I'm so scared. Thanks, Kathy. All right, so let's take the virtual.
You're doing amazing.
Not going quite how I envisioned it, but it's just good. You guys go forward, right? All right.
Yes.
Here's our virtual tour. So we'll start at the front door. The front door is here. There's also a side entrance in the back. We'll get there. You've got a large closet right here. If we spin this way, this is the living room. There's a natural fireplace. A lot of natural light coming in. It's really quiet inside, whisper quiet. It's almost surprising because it is on a fairly heavily traveled street, but the home is well insulated. The windows are great. It's nice and quiet. The current homeowner actually wrote 4 books in the peace and quiet inside this house. You see the beautiful wood floors, molding, trim. The windows still have the original ropes on the side that you can pull up. They're antiques. Beautiful staircase. If we spin this way, we'll go into the kitchen. The kitchen has the black and white checkered floor, pretty spacious. Appliances will stay with the home. This closet here is a spice closet. There's little shelves inside to keep all of your spices and such. Subway tile backsplash here. And we can go over this way. And here is a door to the basement. And there's a room here as well that is a perfect little mud room. It would also make a great first floor bathroom conversion. We'll go back out and walk through the kitchen.
They use that as a pantry.
Yes, that's a pantry currently. We can go up the staircase. Here's the door to the outside here, so you can access the rooftop balcony. Beautiful woodworking. Here's our bathroom. So it's a pretty large size bathroom, although there's only one. This one is certainly big enough to service the whole family. New vanity, tile floor, tile surround. We come out this way, we've got our bedrooms. So we've got 3 bedrooms. They're all pretty generously sized. Here's the first bedroom. Closet space is pretty big. You can't see in the closet there, but it's got some wonderful built-ins on this wall. And if we come out, we can go across the way to bedroom number 2. Another good sized bedroom. There's storage here in the dormers, and there is a large closet. Let's see if we can see inside this one. Yes, so pretty good sized closet. And we'll go to our bedroom number 3, which is right here. So this is a queen size bed that you're seeing. So a queen size bed definitely fits in here. I'm sure a king will too. Again, hardwood throughout the whole top level. Come back down the stairs. Maybe. And we'll go take a peek in the basement. The laundry's in the basement, and there's plenty of additional storage space down there. Is this making you guys seasick?
No, it's awesome. Are we recording this?
I am recording it.
Awesome.
Good, so we'll go downstairs. Here we are in the basement. You can see washer and dryer, laundry tub over here. Basement's nice and dry. Little storage area over here with some workbenches. And back off in this direction, we have an old-fashioned root cellar. So you can keep your root vegetables cool and dry. Great. So at this point, I'm glad I only have you guys because I'm really struggling. We can open it up for questions, right? I mean, what would you do here, Kathy?
You're absolutely doing amazing. Might say the school systems, I would ask if they have any questions, and then take it. You got people that chatted the questions. So if you look down on the bottom.
Ooh, good idea. Hang on. I gotta unshare my screen to see that though, I think. Check. I would suggest change your background picture to a picture of their home. Good. Is there laundry hookups? Drain your water in the pantry. Fun. Okay. So that was a challenge, you guys, because I couldn't see the chat while I was sharing my screen. And maybe there's a way, but I wasn't prepared for that.
I was recently on a Zoom call with the market center. It was Meg and another person who Meg was doing the screen share portion, and the other person, Jamie, was answering questions as they were coming up during the screen share session. I don't know if maybe a tag team situation may work for us with this.
That's good. And I wrote a script, but I quickly messed that up. I meant to talk about the square footage and the number of bedrooms and all that stuff. It just didn't flow. And now I'm worried because it's 4:07 and I flew through the whole thing and I feel like now what do I do for an hour?
Do it over again.
Yeah. So I guess I would just
So oftentimes when we have a group, Cindy, to your point, is a lot of times the market center quiets everybody. They keep everybody on mute. Here, the people who are attending can actually audio and talk to the questions. So we don't actually need the chat. So probably in the startup, it's, hi, my name is, welcome to the Zoom. The best part of the Zoom is it's interactive. So if you have questions, I'd appreciate you holding them. However, if you can't wait, please ask your questions. Because right now we can talk. The market center usually puts everybody on mute.
right.
That's the part of being engaged and actually creating a relationship with the people who are viewing our appointments.
Right.
I think you did a fantastic job.
I think it would have been better if I just sat here and read, but I got distracted quickly with technology challenges.
Try it again.
Beth, I can't see you, but
I think
I'm
it
the
was
only one who can't
amazing.
afford a camera. Sorry.
it's okay.
I better shut up though. Somebody will send me one in the mail.
I think I might have an extra one. Yeah, so other than that, I don't see how to make it take a long time. That's my challenge. Like the ones that I've watched online have been like, on the phone in the house still. So I haven't seen anybody else do it kind of in this format yet. So I'm a little bit, I don't know. I thought it was going to go a lot differently.
I know you're nervous right now. I would recommend remembering to pause as you're going through it. And then maybe if you, per room, does anybody have any questions regarding the kitchen? You could take a minute to answer any questions there and then move on to other areas, the living room, things of that. Maybe that would help lengthen it.
Okay. I think my takeaway for anybody else that wants to attempt this, and I'm happy to join your practice sessions too, I think I would probably have another computer so I could see the chat screen. Because when I share my screen, all I see is the virtual tour. I can't see any of your faces or.
Could you do that part with your cell phone?
That's a good idea.
Because then
Let's
you
see
don't
what
have
happens
to.
if I. That's a really good idea, Beth. Yeah. And if we had a real person on here, I'd really be embarrassed right now. So,
So let me ask Trista and Bethany, from your screen, what happens if you press record? Pretend you're the consumer. If you press record, are you able to keep this tour maybe and save it and send it to your mom who's helping you buy a house?
I just hit record and it says, please request recording permission from the meeting house. So, okay. And then,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Mine says it's recording, and I'm assuming.
I think that's me.
It does say that at the top. Yeah.
So hi, Craig.
Hello.
I mean, I feel like you could just do it I feel like if it only takes 10 or 15 minutes, that's fine, and then post it on Facebook.
Yeah, with the recording.
Yeah.
So Craig, I did my whole spiel in like 4.5 minutes. I'm done.
Cool.
There's no actual attendees that aren't on our team in here right now, so I think we're just kind of talking. But I'm gonna put the tour back up and just kind of show you what it looked like.
Okay, cool.
To Kathy's question regarding if the mom is helping purchase, I actually use a Chrome extension on my Chromebook. And so I don't have the option to change my background and I don't have an option to record. I do see that Kristen's recording it, but I myself do not. So maybe that's just something to keep in mind.
All right. So I'll pretend like I'm going to start over. So hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today to take a look at 730 South Maple on my virtual open house. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and give you a tour of the house. All right, so we'll start. So this is our 3D tour. I'm upstairs, hang on. All right, so here we are at the front door again. Notice the beautiful hardwood floors and the original trim to the house. This was built in 1927 and it has a lot of the 20s charm. It's a storybook style architecture on the outside. 1,567 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. So this is the living room. Got a beautiful fireplace here, wood burning. This is formal dining. And it passes through to the kitchen. This direction we have an area that the current homeowner is using as a pantry. I can't get in there. But it would make a perfect space for a main floor bathroom if someone chose to do that. I can't get in there. Anyway, we'll come through this way. So this is the kitchen. There's a mud room off the back of the house. See, now this is malfunctioning. Uh-oh. Help. Maybe I just can't walk that way. Works the other. So step 1, take the virtual tour before you try it. Here's the kitchen. So appliances stay. We've got nice solid surface Corian countertops, subway tile backsplash, nice window that lets in some light, plenty of cabinetry. I'll try to show you again the potential spot for the first floor bath would be right in this room. This is the pantry or extra storage space as it sits today, but it would be easy to hook into the kitchen plumbing and put another half bath or even a full bath there. So we'll go this way and go up the stairs. There's also a large closet right here that is shut, but it would make a great bathroom as well. It's huge. So we'll go up the stairs. This door is access to the rooftop balcony outside. If we turn this way, we've got our main bath. It's a nice spacious bathroom. Window lets in a lot of light. Tile floor, tiles, tub surround, new vanity. We'll go out this way. We've got our 3 bedrooms. So here's the first bedroom. Spin you around. Nice size closet here and built-ins. And here's bedroom number 2. This is a queen size bed, so the room will easily support your king or queen bed. And then bedroom number 3 is here.
Was that 2 closets near the queen bed? One over the stairs and one as you enter?
That's correct, yes. And this room also has 2 closets, one here. You can see the inside of this one. I'd say that the closet size in all 3 bedrooms is pretty comparable. And then there's also some storage over here as well. This is designed to be like an old school shoe closet. Good. And we'll take a trip to the basement.
Remember to ask questions. That was a great suggestion, like turning the page of your presentation.
Ah, yeah. Okay. So here we are in the basement. This is where the laundry area is. It's a clean and dry basement. Plenty of storage down here. There's a workshop area with some shelving here. And then across the way, we've got a root cellar for cold storage. Good. There you go. So it's really a lot harder than I thought.
Well, you make it look really easy.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm going to try it again and keep practicing. And when I get it perfect, I'll re-invite you to see my progress.
So one thing I want to learn about is when you go into the living room to the dining room, there's a very unique shape. Maybe it's a plaster setting. Do you know what I'm talking about? The entryway?
Yes, a coved archway is what I was referring to it as.
Yeah, I think if you're going to record this and have Giorgio, then that's the kind of architectural detail we talk about. It's a coved detailing here between the two rooms.
Yeah, Giorgio can't see this version.
One suggestion I would have as a buyer is
Mhm.
as you go into the kitchen, if you know the approximate age of the appliances, especially when you get to the basement, if you know how old the furnace is, because those are big ticket items to replace, I would want to know that. That would be one of my questions. So even if you don't mention it, have it written down so you can answer it quickly.
I do have it written down. I didn't mention it in this case because I would be telling you that the gas forced air furnace was replaced in 1990.
Okay, cool.
We do have a brand new air conditioner, Beth, 2017, and the
Beautiful.
electrical was fully updated in 2004.
Beautiful. That's great to know.
Did I mention the backyard is filled with many perennials and the soil is excellent? My sellers are gardeners and they say that they can't grow vegetables and flowers like this anywhere else in Ann Arbor because the soil is too much clay. So
Yes.
the backyard is extra deep too, 135 feet back. Gives you plenty of space for playing with the kids or entertaining. Good. There's also a rental certificate. So if you'd like to, consider this home as an investment property, the rental certificate is in place and you can rent it out.
Very good. Nice.
One of the suggestions that I have is maybe you could offer the people, the attendees, if they would like to be emailed the seller's disclosure and additional information after the tour, please.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, please leave your email address.
In the chat.
Mhm.
Yep.
Brilliant.
I was going to suggest that too, Cindy. Great idea.
Okay, so number one, what I've learned from today is that we can do a much better job at capturing the people to come to this. Like I told you earlier, I didn't really try to promote it too much because I didn't really know how it was going to turn out, but I'm going to do it again on 1316 Woodland and be fully prepared tomorrow. And I'll link you guys to this and the video, the Matterport in the video. So if you want to play around with it and practice on your own or try something on your own social media or Zoom, you're welcome to. I just think we should all take the opportunity to try to, like I said, just push forward from our couches and see what we can get done. And this is one of the only things that I can personally think of. I'm just nervous and it's challenging to get it to look seamless. So
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I keep checking to make sure we don't have any random people joining, but so far we're good. So
Be mindful that doing the 3D dollhouse requires Kristen to actually be watching and moving her cursor and her mouse. Bethany, you will have a running virtual tour. There's no involvement on your part. Once you press play, then you can give your whole full attention to the screen. And it'll be easier because you won't have to be cognizant of moving things around.
So Bethany, if you're gonna do it, I would recommend just running the virtual tour and practicing, what you wrote on your paper of facts so that it flows, because that obviously was my biggest challenge. I had a lot of stuff, but it just didn't come out how I anticipated it would.
Well, yeah, I'm just worried that those tours can go kind of quickly. So if you're still talking about the kitchen,
you can pause
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess just pause it. And my only other thing that I just thought about was, what if you just played that video on a loop for the first couple of minutes?
That's a good idea. That's
Or you
good.
can just replay it as soon as it.
Just so like while people are coming on, you can kind of just like be like, hi, I'm just gonna play this a couple times so you can get a good feel for it. And then I'm gonna go through the house and tell you the details.
Right. Now,
That might make it take a little bit longer.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you can make sure people join. You say, hey, Cindy, thanks for joining us. You can also say, thanks for that question, Jim. No, Jim, right? He's not there. Yeah, this subdivision is really popular and it's closest to this elementary school. So those are like I call plants so that you're ready. They're not really people there that are asking that question, Bethany, because you know where Giona lives and that you can say, hey, yeah, thanks for that question. And this is a great subdivision. Here's what makes it popular because of whatever the location. Like Kristen, you did a really good job. It's walking distance to Plum, to Aldi's, and the Kroger's, and you sounded like you knew the area. That was cool because now you're setting yourself up as the knowledge person. It was awesome.
Thank you. Anything else?
Good job.
I know that we talked about the video. I was wondering if it'd be possible for you to actually record you walking through the Matterport as a video. And then when you share your screen, you don't have to get stuck up against the wall, you know, because you went through it and you don't have to navigate through the house. You can focus on the language that you're using. And if you have to pause it, you know, to answer any questions, you could do so. But then at that point, you already know where it's going to walk through. You've practiced it a couple times and you're more gauged towards interacting with the people who's joined your open house.
That's a great idea.
It's actually brilliant. Did you guys hear what she just said? It's like you're pretending to have people that are attending. You're actually just in your own little computer world. You're setting your Zoom to record and you're walking through and then you say, oh, good, thanks for that question. Nobody's on the tour. You're just by yourself creating your own virtual.
Right. That's a good idea. Well, I know at least on like a Mac, you can screen record. So it would be easy to, you know, record your Matterport walkthrough and then just play that. That's a really good idea. I like it.
And ultimately, the opportunity is that you can actually earn the trust of a buyer while they're out there in public. So at 3 o'clock, I know Kristen had an emergency to handle, so I was taking the call for Calendly update because we wanted to pivot and provide an opportunity for us to get appointments from the consumer. And also when they create the appointments, then I could ask the question, are you moving in the next 30 days, 90 days, or longer than 6 months? So now when somebody makes an appointment to make a buyer presentation or have a listing appointment, we can integrate that. Also figuring out how to position these opportunities for Google, because that's the authority, and help us get more Google juice so that we can get more traction for these events. So I'm working with a technology specialist, and that was what we did between 3 and 4 today.
Good.
We're going to get better at it.
Yep. Okay. Ripped off the Band-Aid, ready to do it again.
Do you have a still picture of the house that you can use as your background?
I meant to do that too. I'm like all in shambles over this final walkthrough that I have to go do right now.
So I called LaTanya while you were getting ready for this as well, and she said you had already been in the picture.
I called her because my direct question was, can I delay closing? Do I have the right within the contract to say, well, we can't legally walk through, so can we delay the closing? And her answer to me was, did I get the COVID addendum signed? No, I didn't. The seller wouldn't sign it. So I don't know. I mean, the terms of the contract are that they're allowed to do a final walkthrough.
Yeah, the terms of the contract, all things go back to the contract, because they will do the final walkthrough.
But his stance on it, the other agent, was he's not
Can you
He's
give me
not
his
disallowing
name?
it. He's not disallowing it, so
Can you give me his name and number?
yeah.
You know, I asked Latanya if she called him. The answer was no.
No, she didn't even ask me.
No, I'm in. Give it to me. I'm protecting my people.
I'm gonna go do it. I just, my comment to him was like, listen, Brandon, human to human, I asked you to just ask your seller if they would be okay, given the circumstances, to hand out the lockbox code and let my people go in. And the wire's already been, the wire's already been moneyed. The money's already been wired. It's sitting at the title company. It's a done deal. And his response was just, well, all of my clients are choosing not to do final walkthroughs, and this is not my problem, it's yours. That's basically what he did, threw his hands up. And I'm like, well, it's kind of both of our problem. You know, human to human, I asked you not to make me leave my house and, you know, go put my family at risk by traveling. And you didn't even take the time to call your seller and ask if it was okay. And that's what's frustrating. And then I just told him, I won't forget that moment.
Give me the number.
I'll give it to you.
I got my.
He made
Kristen?
some comments, huh?
Kristen, are you planning on leaving your car when you go?
Well, I mean, it's a sentry lock, so I have to at least walk up to the door and unlock it. It's not really, Larry, that I'm scared to go do it. It's more the principle that maybe I'm just mad that I didn't get my way. I don't know. But I think it's more the principle, like, we have to work together to find the solution, and he won't budge.
All right, well, let's go back to, you know, we have to get, first of all, you guys know to be safe. That's the primary thing. Nobody's asking anybody to break the law. There is no breaking of the law. So this is what somebody did in another state, and they drove over to the house, the agent. They knew the buyer was over there in their car. Buyer stays in the car. Agent got out with the gloves, unlocked the door. Buyer agent got back in the car. Then go ahead. Buyers get out of the car. Buyers went in the house. Same thing for inspectors. Buyers are in the car, inspectors in the house. Now the buyers come out of the house, agent looks and secures the lock, all with gloves. The buyers have to have gloves. Everybody gets back in the car. Then they can have a phone conversation and we're all good. You're safe.
Yeah, and like I said, in this case, I know my client's own level of precautions that they've taken. They had a whole list of demands for the title company had to meet before they would feel it was clean enough to walk inside and close. I know they haven't left their house. I know I'm not going to get it or die or anything, but it's just, like I said, it's the point.
Is your client going to do a video for you while they're walking through the home?
I guess I should make them, right?
Well, I think it's a plus, and the only reason I think it's a plus is most people doing walkthroughs, quite frankly, don't know everything they need to do in
Right.
a walkthrough. And if they FaceTime with you and somehow video chat with you while they're doing it, you can say, hey, by the way, turn the water on, turn the hot water on, wait to see if it's hot, check the front, you can do all the little things that they wouldn't
Look up to the
necessarily think
basement.
of.
Look up in the basement, see, make sure the pipes haven't been stolen. Walk around, is the air conditioning unit outside? Are all the gutters up?
Right. And it's totally reasonable, because that's what this guy keeps going back to is, well, my clients aren't doing walkthroughs. And I'm like, well, listen, man, it's totally reasonable that my people want to do it. They're spending money on this house. They're paying a big sum of cash out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd ask him how many clients does he really have?
I know, right? So that's more my thing, Kathy. I think maybe, I mean, it's fine. Everyone's going to
Not really
survive.
fine.
It's
No.
just,
Let me at him.
okay. All right. I will send it to you right now. And he keeps also going back. Remember how they tried to do that last minute cash grab basically, and they were like, we'll close tomorrow if you reduce the price to the asking price. So he's also has, I think, some hurt feelings over that. But it is what it is. Regardless how you feel about the clients, like my thing is, like, I asked you human to human to help me with this. Anyway, that's my story. Anybody else have any final walkthroughs?
Back to the virtual open houses. One way that we may be able to market it to different spheres of people is you could do, you could be personable. I got my wine and I got my cheese and we're going to have a virtual open, you know.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
The other thing I can suggest looking at Kathy, don't wear green.
oh, I've
Yeah.
noticed hers
It's
go.
disappearing.
Yeah.
She's green screened out.
Mhm. Yeah, I like my normal spot in the upstairs of my house because it makes my screen nice and bright and perfect. But I hid in my basement away from my kids because I was scared. So, but yeah.
Well, it makes a difference if you have a background, because the background's going to, like, if you could try to pull up anything right now, it's going to block out that light behind you.
That's true. Let's see. I have this town trail one I tried yesterday. Oh, see? Yeah, that works good.
It makes a difference.
And you
Yeah.
could point, can you point to like the roof was installed in 2016?
Yeah, you lose your finger, it disappears.
Yeah, it does. Well, yeah, roof was installed in 2016. Yeah, I guess I could.
Hey, that kind of works.
Yeah. Do you guys all know how to get the background to change? It's a little up caret next to stop video.
Not everybody apparently has that option.
Oh.
I changed mine to a beach scene, but chose not to display it.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with, in fact, Cindy mentioned it this morning, that if she's using the Chrome extension.
Look, can you guys see my screen right here?
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah, and that I think has something to do with the Chrome extension that you mentioned earlier. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It said do the extension. I said okay, I'll do the extension, but I didn't realize that there wasn't some options that weren't available when I did
exactly.
it. So.
I don't know. So when I originally thought this was a great idea is when I could still go to the house and use my phone. For some reason, that method feels more comfortable to me. But it wasn't that hard. I just have to make it more smooth.
Don't worry about it being smooth. Make it fun. That's what you find, you know, the people that are able to get a lot of participation in their video blogs and all the other things, they make it fun. They keep it human. They keep it just normal.
Yeah.
Go.
That's true.
And I think in this time that we're going through, you know, making it fun is going to make people laugh and, you know, kind of temporarily forget about things at the, you know, and making it fun is going to it's going to help out. And I think you're going to get a better response. Like with Kristen's background right now, if you put her back on the screen, the main screen, the first thing I thought of, it looks like it's a really bad 1980s music video, the way that her head is the house and all that. And it's funny. It's funny. It's really cool that we could do it, but it's funny. Larry kills me every time I see that. Just kills me. It reminds me of Conehead every single time. And we're laughing, and laughing produces endorphins, which helps out people's moods and things like that. And I think this is going to be really cool to, like everybody said, have fun with it. And I think just having fun with it is going to be really cool.
Without sucking up, I'd like to point out that when you make mistakes, Kristen, it makes you more human. And you and Trista and Bethany, especially, as you're doing these things, you're beautiful enough that people might think you were an avatar and not a live person unless you're human.
Oh my gosh.
You got to feel confident to know that those little mess ups are those glitches, are the things that show you're human and not some sort of computer program on a screen. And that's going to be more personable than you understand on a conscious level. So just keep that in mind.
You know, also I read, and I never know how true statistics are, but I read an article somewhere on the internet recently that said that since we've gone on lockdown, internet views on houses are up over 60% because everybody's stuck inside looking.
Mhm.
So while we can't leave, it's my intention to sandbag as much as possible. So I'm ready to make money on April 13th or whatever.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
I got to tell you, with me being on leads today, this is the most leads I've gotten in a while. It's been really busy.
Yeah. And it's really easy to start conversations right now. I've gotten a lot of seller leads too, and it's mostly people that are curious or worried that values are already dropping, but it's still starting the conversations. And it's really easy to say, hey, hope you feel safe or staying safe and healthy. And people respond to that because you were nice to them. So
The one I'm using is be well and stay safe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, and I also wanted to say to you guys too, it's a little bit different from my perspective because I don't just have active buyers that are able to put off a home search. I have people that are on the market, and they're stressed, right? Because how is my house going to sell when people can't even come and see it? So that's another reason that I have to adjust and innovate and try to do something different. And our efforts so far as a team, pivoting to getting these virtual tours done and trying out stuff like this is making people really happy. My sellers are expressing gratitude that we're trying. So, I don't expect you guys all to want to hold all my listings open virtually, but anybody that wants to try it, I would be really grateful. And I think it'll help you too, because the more you share with your sphere that you're in real estate, the more they think of using you. And that's really what it's about.
So we see Larry, he got a video up there somehow. I don't have that option, but maybe that's another idea to record your Matterport with you being it in the background. You say, oh, you can see the countertops here, point to it. I don't know how he got a video there, but that could be something in the works. So it's kind of like you're there, but you're not.
Same option that we have for adding a still shot gives you the option to add a video.
Okay.
I don't think I have those options, but probably because I don't have a camera.
Yes.
Yeah, another thing too, and I think we discussed this too, is what's really cool about doing the videos and all that is we could actually ask the sellers to do a video with their camera, and that way they can interact too and make them feel that they're really part of the process as well. Kind of like showcasing, their home and all that with a video. Just a thought.
I like that idea too.
It might be something where they get involved and they actually feel like they're getting involved with it, and it's more personable too. So, just a thought.
That's a great idea. I like it.
Still looks like a bad 1980s music video. Yeah, I know, right? There you go, right? Yeah.
Walk like an Egyptian.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I mean, I almost look forward to seeing you guys a couple times a day on Zoom because I'm so sick of looking at Ryan. But so thanks for going through this with me. It's a challenge, and I got to figure out how to, like I said, just continue my income stream and make money from my house after this walkthrough is over.
Well, good job, Kristen.
Thanks. Anybody else? Lauren, are you ready to do one? Should I send you some?
Sure, I'll give it a try.
All right. If anyone has any ideas about this, I want to figure out how to do this, what we just did here on Facebook Live, after I get really good at it in like 1 to 2 days.
All right, so you got a great idea there, and that was everybody can do what you did with every one of our listings that has a tour. And you can always do it on Facebook Live. You don't have to make it a worldwide event. So go have fun with it, Lauren. Let's get you the information, Bethany or Trista, and you can do it to your Facebook friends, right? You don't need to make it official.
And Mike's got a $1 million listing with a Matterport on it.
Everyone
a fun one.
Yeah. I mean, Bethany, you could do it at 2 o'clock. Krista can do it at, you're not limited by that. So these are your opportunities to go look at the buyers and to say, I'm ready for a virtual appointment, or a phone call even. Just have a phone call appointment. Doesn't have to be complicated. It's about creating that relationship and creating an opportunity that's safe.
Well, I'm going to leave now and go back to work on the phones, but it was very nice to see the tour, and it was good
Thank
to
you,
visit
Beth.
with y'all.
Bye, Beth.
Bye.
Hi, Beth.
Well, I think that's it. So my takeaways are play the video and say your scripting out loud before you start a few times. Consider 2 monitors or a partner to answer questions because you won't be able to see if you're sharing your screen. 80s background.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Anybody have questions?
Yep.
Make it fun.
All right, so
Have
I'm going
fun.
to send you guys a link or an email with all of the Matterports and virtual tours. And if anybody wants to try, you don't need to ask, just do it. Or at least share the cool 3D tours to your Facebooks or something. There you go, wine o'clock.
And when in doubt, make it fun.
Well, you know what? There are a couple of cooks that made an awful lot of money out of drinking on camera.
That's true.
Right.
You can have your ginger ale.
There you go. So maybe we'll Zoom a happy hour sometime.
There you go.
Happy hour
That's the way
open
to do it.
house. There you go.
A happy hour open house.
There you go.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Good job, Kristen. Good
Thank you.
job.
Yeah, good job.
You guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you later then.
All right, bye.
Bye.